I'd have Colts.
This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
What's up, everybody? It's Jay McLovin. We got a full house today, man. We got Gonzo, Frankie C, Big Glenn, Tony. What a hell of a day, man, as we get ready to lead up to this Thanksgiving Day. I got to tell you guys, out here in Texas, it's really hot, man. I have been sweating so bad. I got to wipe my head with the restrictive schedule of the Patriots. And I got to tell you, it's hot out here, man. The restrictive schedule of the Patriots. I mean, it's whew. Anyway.
Whoa.
What a time! What a time to be alive. Tony, you got the show, Bubba?
Hey, let's jump in.
No, Tony. No. I like how Jay tried to do that shit. Before, Jay goes one-on-one trying to ask everybody how their day doing. But now you want to just jump right into it. It ain't going to happen, Jay. All right? You're not going to miss a day and think you're going to do that. First of all, it goes to show how Texan people are. Because look how Jay wiped his – first of all, you got a toilet paper and you wiped your head on it with the toilet paper. You didn't even break anything off.
It was a French roll. Has not been used.
You used the whole – see, that just goes to show education in Texas is bad. All right.
Hey, get your little towel, man.
Yeah.
Second of all,
no. The toilet paper was the strictest schedule. You must have missed that part of the joke.
Second of all, I want to know, Jay, did you go before we go live? Was that what you went to go grab? You went to go grab the roll of toilet paper?
It was.
I am 1,000%.
I just want everybody to know how soft your schedule is. Okay, it's about this soft, killer. But anyway, let's. Also, please, if you like today's content, make sure you give us a like and subscribe on Gonzo Sports Room and Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. We do appreciate those subscribes on our YouTube pages.
I'm doing great. I'm a little upset that Jay's hot and sweaty in Texas because I'm cold and freezing here in New York. But how everybody else doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic, man. I knew something was up when he sat back down and was all smiling and shit. So I figured something was coming.
Oh man,
Tony, how are you doing, Tony?
Doing good, man. It's about 56 degrees here. Been raining earlier today, but it's not raining right now, so not too bad.
Damn, 56 is better than what I'm dealing with. I'm in the 30s.
Yeah, after today, it's going to be in the 20s and 30s the next 4 or 5 days.
oh jeez, man.
Maybe
we don't even get to the 30s, but 2 days out of the first week, I think like the end of the first week of December, we'll actually hit 36 and 37 that Thursday and Friday.
I better not hear you cry about it.
Oh no, I'm good because right now it's like in the 70s, honestly, right now.
Yeah, but when those 30 days comes, I don't want to hear you crying about it because I've been dealing with 30-degree temperatures for like the last month. I wish I was in the 50s like Chris and Tony.
We were in the 30s about a week ago.
Yeah, and it got back up too.
And then it go up to about 50. Then we go back down in the 30s.
I live an hour between Gonzo and Tony, so the temperature's pretty much the same here in Indianapolis. So it's
all right. Well, this isn't Fox News weather, so Tony, go ahead and take it over.
Yeah. I'm not Joe Cantori now, but go ahead, Tony.
All right, guys, let's talk about some Monday Night Football. San Francisco over the Carolina Panthers, 20-9. San Francisco had 340 yards of total offense, 147 yards rushing. Not a great night for Purdy. 3 interceptions. Running the football, they did have the ball 37 minutes of the game. Carolina struggled, only 230 yards of offense, total offense, only 62 yards rushing, and that's big for them because they have to run the football to be effective. Also had 2 interceptions. Also, the big thing coming out of here, guys, Christian McCaffrey, man, leading the league in receptions with 81, got a total of 12 touchdowns, and he's got 796 yards rushing. and he's got 785 yards receiving. This dude's having a hell of a year, and he pretty much is San Francisco's offense. Jay, your thoughts on the game and Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, I mean, Christian McCaffrey, he really was the star of that game, right? I think he had over 100 all-purpose yards and a touchdown. I thought, obviously, Brock Purdy had a rough day with 3 interceptions. But, yeah, I mean, San Francisco, they pulled it out. It was, Rico Dowdle, I mean, he really wasn't effective. Bryce Young really wasn't effective. I thought that, I don't know, I forget the name of the player, but that one kid that was, it may have been Jennings, that was punched in the balls by that defensive guy, and then of course he gets up and hits him. I'd hit him too. I mean, I think that was kind of a cheap shot on his part, but ultimately I thought the game was it was sloppy, and Christian McCaffrey, like you said, had a good day. At the end of the day, I mean, 49ers got the win, and Dallas is still struggling to try to get in the hunt, and I don't think we're going to do it because right now San Fran has got us by a couple of games. So,
Big Glenn, your thoughts on the game and Christian McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey's looking pretty good right now, getting the job done, by receiving and by rushing. If you got him on fantasy, man, you probably have a good season. So, but
I do have him.
yeah, I'm gonna say it's been a good year for you in that way, Tony, in both leagues. But not surprised the Seahawks came from win in the manner in which they did, being 20-9 or 30-9, whatever it was. There was 9 for Carolina, so Carolina still got some work to do, but they can still win the South in that way. So,
okay, Chris, your thoughts on the game and Christian McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey's doing what I expected him to do this year after he missed almost all last year. The year before that, he had a year like this. Then he missed almost all last year. So I figured this year he's going to have another big year because he has to be pretty fresh because he didn't play much last year. But and he's there, like you said, he's their offense. But you can't stop him. Like if he can't go and running, they get the ball to him in space, and they're great at their tight ends with Kittle, and then with Juszczyk at the fullback. They're so good at getting out in front and blocking on them screens and stuff. And that's one thing about San Francisco's offense. Everybody buys in, the receivers, everybody block, and that really helps get McCaffrey and then backs going. But as far as the game last night, Carolina should have won that game, but they can't do nothing offensively. It didn't make much sense. You only ran the ball 9 times. Most of their success when they win is running the ball with Hubbard and Dowdle going off, and you only ran the ball 9 times with your running backs. You ran it 4 more times with Bryce Young. No, and you never was trailing by a bunch. It wasn't like you fell way behind where you had to start just throwing the ball. And that showed where San Francisco had the ball for almost 40 minutes of the game. So I think Carolina got away from the run game too soon, didn't try to establish it. And they just couldn't get nothing going offensively. And their defense played a pretty good game, but the offense just couldn't join them and get anything going.
Hey, real quick, I thought J.C. Horn did a really good job, too. I thought he was a star on their defense with those 2 interceptions.
Okay. Frankie, your thoughts on the game and on Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, to go on what Jay just said, Barnes had an amazing game last night before he ended up getting hurt. And I feel like if he would have never got hurt, I feel like Carolina would have had a good chance of winning this game because he got hurt in the first half, continued to go, and then, got into the locker room at halftime, dealt with a concussion. They said he was puking coming off the field during halftime. And it's never good when your player is puking, saying something about his head. That's clearly concussion. He's going to be in the concussion protocol. And once you get your star defender out there, the hype man, it just went downhill for Carolina because, like Chris said, they didn't do anything offensively. And I feel like I agree with Chris. They should have never got rid of the run game. They should have stuck with it. But Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers, man, they had a day. They really had a day. I'm not going to say Brock Purdy because he threw 3 interceptions too quick. That was a real weird first quarter because we've seen 4 interceptions in under like 5 minutes. It was really weird. So we were over here. I'm pretty sure all of us was thinking, like, is it going to be one of these games right here? So Christian McCaffrey had a game, all I can say. And then you can't expect nothing more from Christian McCaffrey. He's been doing it since day one. If he's healthy, this is what you get out of him. The only thing I'm going to say why he balled out the way he balled out last night, Tony, Chris, Jay, and Glenn, this was his first time going up against the Carolina Panthers since going to the 49ers. This was his first game against his former team. You expected nothing less, and you expected nothing more. You expected what Christian McCaffrey was going to bring out against his former team, and he showed it last night. He was an absolute stud, and it's really shocking to me that this was the first time he played up against the Carolina Panthers since going to the 49ers, and it just goes to show what Chris said. That's how many times Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. That's how many times he's always out in a full season. For him to be in the 49ers for the last 5-6 years and finally face his former team that he hasn't played for in 7 years, it's mind-blowing.
Yes, most definitely. One thing about Christian McCaffrey, he has the opportunity. Right now, he is doing it. He's leading the league in rushing attempts and receptions. And that would be the first time ever if anybody would get that job done. So he is leading the way right now. Don't know if he'll get it, of course. Being a running back, can he hang on to the most receptions?
The only thing that worries me about Christian McCaffrey is I think what probably everybody worries about with Christian McCaffrey, and that's are they going to overuse him to where he's not available or he gets hurt before the playoffs because of an injury? That's the only thing that kind of concerns me when you're using a guy so much like him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tread on those tires, so I really feel like that's the only thing that concerns me with Christian is can he keep this up throughout the season and in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's true. They do use them a lot. Hey, guys, our next segment here, we're going to go to each person. We'll go to Frankie first. I want to know what you like about your football team, New England, and what right now, if you have any worries and what that would be about your team. And then we'll go to Chris and his team and so on and so forth. So, Frankie?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say don't come in here 2 days late about how about them Cowboys just because Jay wasn't here yesterday. I didn't see no comment about Cowboy yesterday from Joe. And then Jay's here, and all of a sudden he wants to be like, how about them Cowboys? Don't do that two-day late stuff. Jay didn't even come in here. First thing he didn't say was, how about them Cowboys? No, the first thing he said was, let me get some toilet paper because it's hot here in Houston. Nah, Tony, I feel like, listen, and Jay's right. We do have a soft schedule, but that's just how NFL's played out. When you have a bad year, you end up playing a soft schedule. It just goes to show that the year we get a new head coach, the year we have a high salary cap, the year we get a high draft pick, and we actually ramp up our offense and our defense, it's on a year where we have a soft schedule. Now I do know that we're going to have a tough schedule next year because we have a 10-2 record. We're going to be playing the best teams out of their out of other divisions next year. But for right now, I'm enjoying the ride, Tony. I truly am. I'm going to enjoy it because I'm a fan. I'm loving every piece of it. Drake May looking like an MVP caliber player. He has weapons, and Stephon Diggs is being that go-to guy for him. Hunter Henry's being the go-to tight end when we're in the red zone. Keyshawn Booty being the long ball passer. And then when we're down on a long three and three and pat more than 10 to get a first down, his go-to man is Demario Douglas. So he's having players to throw to, and it's looking really well. The offense is looking great, especially with Josh McDaniels calling the plays. It's looking like how we ran the New England system when Tom Brady was around. And I'm not gonna, and I don't want to, leave out the fact of our offensive line. Our offensive line has literally stepped up to protect Drake May better, and defense as well. Defense has always been good for the New England Patriots. I've always looked at my defense as good. I feel like that's the one thing we always are consistent with is a good defense. I feel like what Vrabel did in bringing in Milton Williams and Davis for the safety, it just worked really well out for how this team is looking. And it's just the start of it. Like I said yesterday, it's just a start because next year we have 11 draft picks and we still have cap space that's going to add into what we're getting next year. And then, we're going to get more into this New England system. The one thing that's concerning to me right now is the injuries that happened this past Sunday. And I said it yesterday, we lost Will Campbell, not for the year, most likely for the rest of the regular season though, with the MCL sprain, and we also are another offensive lineman, probably for the remainder of the regular season, with a high ankle sprain, which normally takes 4 to 6 weeks to heal. So we're hoping to see these two players back on our offensive line come playoff time. But for right now, it looks like the New England Patriots are finally going to have something to worry about on that offensive line this late into the season. Now, I did see this past week, the last 2 weeks, matter of fact, that my boys are tired. They are tired. We're 12 weeks into the season, and I said this yesterday that they are waiting and desperately needing that bye week that we are waiting for in week 14. So we got one more game, and then we get a bye week where my boys could get rested and a little bit healed up. But other than that, Tony, I'm liking what this offense is looking like. I'm liking what this team looks like. The only hiccup is the 2 injuries that are huge losses to the protection of Drake May on that offensive line.
Yeah, I agree that them injuries could hurt you, but I still, like I said yesterday, I think you guys are going to be in the AFC Championship game. Chris, your thoughts on the Colts? What are you liking, and what concerns you?
There's like a lot of things. We've been playing good. The offenses look good. We're the only team in the league that scored at least 20 points per game. I'll get to that here in a minute. But defense is getting healthier, especially our secondary is getting healthier. We're finally getting everybody back there. This weekend, we finally got to see Chavarius Ward and Sauce Gardner out there at the same time. Looked real good for 3 quarters. And then fourth quarter, we kind of – it's the only time their receivers got going. But I like Lou Anarumo's defense. I think our defensive scheme's a lot better this year than it was last year. Got out of just playing zone all the damn time. Now, sometimes I think we play a little bit too much man. There's sometimes I think that killed us a couple times against the Chiefs where we probably could have played a little bit of zone and was playing so much man. But that's his style, and it for the most part it worked. Like we were keeping them out of the end zone until that fourth quarter. They didn't have no touchdowns going into that fourth quarter. It was all field goals. And Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown that game, so defense is doing their job. Daniel Jones has played pretty good. It's cooled off a little bit, but he still like he played a good game against Kansas City. Fourth quarter, our offense struggled, but that wasn't all on him either. Things I worry about when you get DeForest Buckner back. We missed DeForest Buckner bad on our defense, especially up front.
Yep.
I think that's a big reason why the Chiefs Kareem Hunt had such a good day running the ball against the Colts. If you look the last 2 weeks, even though we had a bye week, but the game before that against the Falcons, they had success running the ball against us better than what. If you look at the numbers, last 2 games without Buckner, teams have ran the ball real well against us. Where before that, teams wasn't getting over 100 yards a game rushing the ball against us. So that's really hurt our run defense. Not having Buckner should get him back hopefully here in a week or two. I think he's eligible to come back after next week. I think he has to miss this game, and then he'd be eligible to come back off IR after that, just depending on how that neck's doing. And then play calling a little bit. Here lately, last couple games, Shane Steichen's play calling has been a little questionable, especially against the Chiefs in that fourth quarter. Like I said yesterday, you have arguably the best running back in the league, and you're up by 11 points going into the fourth quarter, and you run the ball one fucking time. Don't make no sense. And not only that, then you're up by 3 with 5 minutes left in the game. You don't run the ball one time. You throw 3 straight passes. You run the ball there, make them use their timeouts, and then it's a whole different situation at the end of the game if you do have to punt. But you didn't do that. You threw the ball 3 incompletions, and then let's punt the ball right back to them. So play calling didn't make no sense. In fourth quarter and including overtime, we ran the ball twice, once in the fourth and once in overtime. And if you look, I mean, look at Jonathan Taylor's numbers. When he goes, we go, and we didn't give him opportunity to go in that second half. All his carries was in the first half. Shane Steichen has to get back to, and then there was sometimes I think he should take points and don't take the points as well. But I don't have a whole lot of worries. The main worry is we got to get healthy. We need to get Buckner back, and I think Steichen has to manage the game a little bit better with the play calling.
Yeah, I'll go next. The Colts. I like our team. Like what we're doing. Love Taylor. So I mean, I like that part. My worries are we've got a really tough schedule. We got the toughest schedule this these last 7 games, which we just lost to Kansas City. So we've got the tough schedule left in the NFL, and we've lost 3 close games. So we've 2 close games. Pittsburgh kind of beat up on us, but we've lost 2 close games. You got to find a way to win close games. That, and then the other thing, give Jonathan Taylor the fucking ball. The 3 games we've lost, he's only had like 14 carries or less.
Yeah,
When he has 20 or 22 carries, we win the damn games. Give him the ball. I mean, he's the key to our offense. It's not the quarterback. I mean, the quarterback's doing a good job, and it's not our receivers. They do a good job, but they're not the key to our team offensively. It's Jonathan Taylor. Let's stick with that, But I'm worried a little bit about the schedule. We'll be honest. I do still think we're going to make the playoffs. I'm not real worried about that. I think we got a big game coming up against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's always a tough game for us. So is Houston, and we play both of those guys twice. And so them are the games that's going to make the difference. Whether we're going to win our division. If we win those games in the division, we're going to be in good shape. And then we got 2 real tough out of conference games with Seattle and San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco, Seattle, Texans twice, and Jags twice.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got a tough schedule, but I'm confident that we're going to be in the playoffs. Like I said before, I think New England's going to get the home field advantage, and I still think New England's going to be in the AFC Championship game. If they're not, unless the injuries hurt them, I think New England's in the AFC Championship game, and I'd be shocked if they're not, unless the injuries get them. I mean, that's possible. Let's go to Glenn. I don't know what team he's going to pick. Which team you going to pick?
I'm picking my 2 teams. I'm gonna start.
No,
off
you get one. You get one.
I get one.
Get 2. No, you get 1 team. We get 2 freaking teams.
So, all right, because I was gonna give you a short answer for each one.
Okay. All right.
No, we can't. I can't do this today. I can't, man. I can't. You either got to pick one today.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna
Pick
short
one,
answer.
man.
I'm going to short answer.
Hey,
on
Jay,
each
that
one.
means you got to pick one too. Jay, that means you got to pick one too. You can't talk about that.
All right. So anyway, Colts run the damn ball. That's my only worry as far as they're concerned. And the Cowboys, George Pickens is, he's looking great. My only worry is the defense. So I'll shoot that to Jay.
Okay, Jay.
Which team you going to talk about?
Go Houston first, Jay.
You talking Texans or Cowboys today?
Are you done? Are you done? Have you had enough? God.
Oh, Lord.
Guy,
Is it Jay's turn to pick? Which team is he picking?
shut up, Frankie. Everybody talking to your goofy ass? Listen, man. First
Dallas,
of all,
Houston, or
I learned
Atlanta?
You done? I'll wait. I'm good. I'll wait just like that. That schedule's gonna wait.
Come
Listen.
on, can you go?
Actually,
I'm
he might pick the Browns because he's a big Shador Sanders fan.
Oh my God, I'm muting myself now.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let's get down to business, man. Now that all the craziness is over. Yeah, one thing I tell you, man, I was on the fence about how good our team was going to be, and I'm still on the fence. I'm not completely all the way over, but I like the fact that they came into our town and we shut them up. We shut Philly up. Now, I gotta tell you, that first half, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, I was like, that first half, I was like, damn. But then the second half, I don't know what Shoddy said to him at the halftime, but they came out that second half, and I thought they obviously looked much, much better. I'm starting to like Schottenheimer more and more as a coach. We started the year, I didn't really know what to think about the guy because, he's always the coordinator, never head coach, and everybody around me was talking about how this is not going to be the guy for your team. But I got to tell you, since he's come in, that I think the discipline has gotten better, right? The penalties are down. They went to Vegas. He came back. They missed the curfew. What does Shoddy do? He sits him out that first drive, showing him like, hey, he's taking control of the team, which is something that since Wade Phillips was the coach, I haven't seen any head coach in Dallas do. So I was really excited to see Shoddy taking control of this team and getting us going the right direction. Defensively, with the addition of Kenyon Williams and Wilson and I forget that quarterback's name, the rookie Shalil, I think his name is. But with the additions that we traded for and brought in, we're looking good. Run wise. We held Saquon to 2.2 yards a carry. He didn't do anything. Jalen Hurts, I think, got 37 yards on 7 attempts. So I felt like on the run side, we did great. On the passing side, we only gave up, I think, 1 touchdown from Hurts. So I think defensively we've gotten better. That secondary is still kind of there. We had 1 sack. Now you can say, well, Lane Johnson wasn't there, Jay, or hey, they had some hurt injuries during the game, Jay. Well, I don't give a damn. That means you're not deep. That means if you get an injury, you're not deep. Okay, so I feel like I like the way our team is playing. Now for 5-5-1, the one tie was against Green Bay. You know, Green Bay. When we did play Green Bay, they had Micah Parsons there, and we were able to withstand Micah Parsons. I didn't know how we were going to do because I know he knows our defense and our offense really well. So I like what we're doing. I like what we're doing offensively. I mean, George Pickens, geez, the guy went for over 170 yards. I mean, he has some incredible catches. You look at CeeDee Lamb had 75 catches or 75 yards. I mean, they're showing what they can do offensively. Williams had a great day running the ball against that tough Philly D. So, I'm seeing some cracks in Philly. I'm seeing some cracks, and I feel like I'm not saying we're Super Bowl bound. I'm not even saying we're NFC playoff game bound. But what I am saying is this team is playing and this team is executing much, much better than what anybody gave them credit for. And I got to credit Brian Schottenheimer. Dak Prescott's looking good, and our defense, is showing that they can do something. So, yeah, I like it. I like where we are, and I think we have a good shot at a wild card. I don't think we're out of the wild card race by any means. Obviously, the Kansas City game is going to be huge, right? Yeah. I think I will tell you, I think we can match up with anybody if we play like we played against the Eagles. If we play that brand of football, we can match up. But we got to play that brand of football. We got to play that brand of defense. I'm not saying we're Super Bowl bound. Don't get me on the delusional train. But I will say that we can, if we play like we played against the Eagles, we can match up. And I tell you right now, I'll put us up against the Chiefs. I know you guys didn't get the job done, but I think we can get the job done. I really honestly believe that. But it all starts with the offense. It all starts with the run game, so that we can focus on the pass defense, and we'll see what happens.
All right, guys, let's move on to some Major League Baseball real quick. Big trade made in Major League Baseball. Sonny Gray traded to Boston. St. Louis got 2 pitchers and a player to be named later. Sonny Gray, 14-8 last year. 14 wins. Not a great ERA, had a 4.28 ERA, but I think a lot of that might have been early in the season. And 14 wins, nothing to sneeze at. Chris, your thoughts on Sonny Gray going to Boston?
Good pickup for the Red Sox. Sonny Gray's a good pitcher. We had him at the Reds for a while. I was disappointed when we let him go. That ERA is a little misleading because he's like you said, he had a tough start to the season coming off an injury, but then once he got going, he was a lot better. But yeah, it's a good pickup for the Red Sox to bring a veteran guy in to the mix with the younger pitching rotation that they have. So. Yeah, I think it's a real good pickup.
Okay, let's go to Frankie since Boston's in his team's division. I know you probably don't like this, but your thoughts on Sonny Gray going to Boston?
I don't care too much about it, Tony. All right, I don't care too much about it. I think Boston is dumb for bringing him in. That's the dumbest move they could have ever done. But I'm not surprised because Boston Red Sox is a dumb team. They're owned by a dumb owner. They're managed by a dumb manager. Their captain is a dumb captain, and now they brought in a dumb pitcher. And listen, I wouldn't have said this if he would have never got traded, okay? I wouldn't have called him dumb. But now you're a Boston Red Sox, you're a dumb pitcher. Now, I guarantee you, because Chris should know this just like I do, this is an injury-prone pitcher, and I would not be surprised if this dude ends up getting hurt this year and being out long term for the Red Sox, and that would be nothing sweeter than seeing that happen. I'm praying that it happens because you're wasting your time on bringing in this dude. The Cincinnati Reds didn't want him no more. It upset Chris. They didn't want him no more. The St. Louis Cardinals didn't want him no more. So they shipped him off to you because you're a dumb franchise that just accepts anyone. The only good player you got on that starting roster is Garrett Crochet. That's it. I don't believe in Sonny Gray. I don't think he's going to do anything this year. And if he does, it's not going to be against my Yankees. So I don't care. It might be against your Cincinnati Reds. It's probably going to be against Jay's Astros, but it ain't going to be against my Yankees. I don't care. Look, Jay said no. So, all right, then it's not going to be against Jay's Astros. The hell, it might be against the Reds then. It ain't going to happen, though. Sonny Gray's going to end up with Tommy John. I guarantee it. We're going to get the news, and then you guys we're going to come back on here and be like, yo, you guys remember what Frankie said during the winter break that Sonny Gray's going to leave with Tommy John? Well, there you go. I'm a goddamn guru. You're welcome, Boston Red Sox. Let's go, Yankees.
Merry Christmas.
Jay, your thoughts on Sonny Gray going to Boston?
Yeah, Sonny Gray's 36. He had 201 strikeouts in 25 or last season. I should say last season, and he had 203 strikeouts the season before that. With the 4.28 ERA, they're going to put it behind Crochet. They gave up 2 pitching prospects for him. I think it's not going to move the needle. I don't think for Boston. I don't think it's going to move the needle for them. I think St. Louis got rid of money. I think they got rid of a pitcher who's 36. And I think they got some young prospected talents to put in their farm system and see what they get out of it. So I think it's better. I think it was a better move for St. Louis than it was for Boston. I'm gonna agree with Frankie on that. I think St. Louis got the better end of that stick because they got rid of they got rid of money, which obviously if that cap goes into effect, that will help them. And they got rid of aging pitchers and they got young prospects in return. So we'll see what happens for them. But I thought it was good. I think it was more better for St. Louis than it was for Boston.
I don't think it was bad for St. Louis to get rid of the money because I don't think they're a World Series caliber team. I think Boston's trying to head that way. So I think getting them maybe I don't know. He's going to be a number 2 or number 3 on Boston. He's not going to be a number 1. So I think if he stays healthy, I think he's a big help to Boston. And something else, I don't think Boston's done. There's a lot of rumors going around about a lot of other players that Boston's going after. I think Boston's going after a World Series this year. Not saying they're going to get it, but I think that's what they're playing on. They're going all in. So let's go to Big Glenn.
A typical National League guy to say some dumb shit like that. Boston going to the World Series. Stay in your lane, Cincinnati.
Hey, I didn't say nothing about Cincinnati going to the World Series, did I?
But you know what?
Coming out saying Boston in the World Series, that means they have to go through the AL. Meaning they have to
You know
go
what's
through
funny?
Astros, they have to go through the Yankees. Don't disrespect our teams like
No,
that.
they're
You
not
stay in
worried about the
National League
Yankees.
corner.
They're
won't have to-
worried about Toronto. They're not worried
They
about
might have to
that.
go through the Yankees. They won't have to go through the Astros.
You know what's funny about Tony saying that? It's the fact that you can't get Red Sox without the word Reds. So, yeah.
Well,
I think
if I'm not mistaken, I think the Red Sox has been around longer than the Reds, so technically you took it from them.
Yep.
actually, no.
I think that Chris is riding the high of Indiana actually doing something and being the only credible franchise probably in all the state of Indiana, and he's riding it so high that it's messed up his brain a little bit. It's okay, Chris. I know you
Yes.
high over there right now. You high on life in Indiana. I get it. I got you, man.
we all cloud.
saying the guy that thinks the Cowboys are the best team in the league now that they beat a beat up Philadelphia team.
Wait,
that didn't
whoa,
have
whoa,
half the
whoa,
players
whoa,
on the
whoa!
team.
No, no, sir.
No, wait,
You are not
wait.
going to twist
I
my
am
words.
gonna do that.
You are
You know
not
why I'm
going
gonna do
to. I
that?
did not say
Here's
that.
why I'm going to do that. Because you want to always say, "Oh, you play a soft schedule." Well, guess what? You beat a beat up weak team. What's the difference? You can't have it one
I
way
told you.
and then not use it on the other side.
Hey,
buddy.
listen, man. I'm gonna tell you only one time. I'm gonna tell you only one time. Remember that commercial? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Get off them damn drugs. This is messing you up in here.
Listen, I tried telling you, Jay. Y'all guys beat up on a
I
bad.
tried to tell you,
defense,
Dave. I tried to tell you, Dave.
defense.
Shut up.
And this right here goes to show it right here. Look, this right here goes to show it. 473 yards. There is no way a healthy Philly defense will give up 473 yards to an offense that bad.
Hey,
Maybe-
I just want to say
maybe-
one thing. I just
maybe
want to say
273.
one thing. I just want to say one thing because he did twist my words. I never said that we were the best team in the league. I never said that. I even said that I don't expect us to make the Super Bowl. I don't expect us to make the NFC Championship game. I even said we were fighting to get the wild card. So never did I ever say
they were the best team. I said you said they were one of the best teams, and that's what you said because you said you would put them up against anybody, which means that
I think we can match up against anybody.
I never said you said they were the best team.
Okay,
and another thing, you want to say I used the only thing we got going? I think the Colts have a better record.
Yeah, how did Kansas City? How'd you face against Kansas City? Sit down there.
We lose one. Okay, how'd you face against the Carolina Panthers? Oh, you faced against the Eagles the first time. You lost more games than we have, dumbass.
Look, man, you went up against a Kansas City team. You went up against a Kansas City team that has 0 run game. Pacheco, garbage. Hunt, garbage. No run game. You had the best Ram running back in the league, and you screwed the pooch.
Jay.
Yeah, but we didn't get nothing by Carolina Panthers, that team that has no offense.
Yeah,
sometimes you learn from defeat, and we got better since then. We've gotten better.
No, it's a good thing to lose.
I didn't say that. I said you learned. I didn't say it was good to lose
against a good Kansas City Chiefs team. It's a bad thing, but they get beat by 500. Get beat 39 by 500 team. Oh, that's a learning experience. Come on now.
Hey, Glenn, are you done with your Boston take?
Not just yet. I'm about to go right now, but not like go right now, but like give me my opinion. So, a good learning experience, Jay, is Rico Dowdle won all over our defense and shit. So, but Chris makes a great point as far as that's concerned. But it's a good pickup for the Red Sox, but they're still behind. They are the number 3 team in the not the AFC East, but the AL East.
Okay. All right.
They still got work to do to catch the Yankees and Toronto.
All right, guys. I got some hot seat questions. Our first one is: should Joe Burrow come back right now? Do you think that he should, with the record that Cincinnati's got? I mean, I know he's a gamer. He wants to play. I understand that, but should he come back? Should he come back? Knowing that his team don't have a real good chance of making the playoffs, do you think that he's just risking more injury? Do you think he maybe should wait till next year? Jay?
Yeah, I think you got to bring him back. Even if you don't have a good shot at it, he needs to get some reps. Again, don't bring him back unless he's 100%. But if he's 100% and medically 100% cleared, yeah, you bring him back because he needs to get back into the action. He needs to be a part of the team. He's a great leader. There's a lot of opportunities there for him. I think you bring him back because he needs to get back taking hits, back with the team, and then get him into training camp and get ready for next year. But I don't think you just keep him on the sideline. He's not going to get, the reps that he needs, the game time conditions he needs. And he's a competitor. Let the guy play.
Okay. Let's go to Frankie.
Yeah, I agree with Jay. I don't think they should bring him back until he's like 100% healthy. I don't want him coming back out there 75%, 80%. I don't even care if he's 90 to 95%. Don't bring him back out there because Joe Burrow, at this point, what are you fighting for? You're not even in the hunt picture. You're not in the playoff picture. I get your 3rd seed, and the AFC West or the AFC North can honestly go up to anyone because Baltimore started off 1-5, and now they're in the first place spot. So realistically, they do still have a shot. But Joe Flacco's playing good for you guys. Like literally, Joe Flacco's playing great for you guys. Sorry, I had a brain fart 2 seconds. When Joe Flacco's playing great for you guys, you might as well just keep it going. There's no need to bring him in. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that, Jay. I'm gonna bring that up. I seen that shit. I think that's the most stupidest thing he's ever said. But I'm gonna talk about it, and you're gonna hear me. I think it's too soon, Tony. I don't think you should rush him back because once you do, he's gonna get hurt again, and it's gonna be even long term for his injury. Might as well bring him back next year. See what you can do next year. There's no need to rush to do because you're not fighting for anything right now. I'm gonna address that comment when everyone goes through, and I'm gonna let Jay sit there with an attitude.
Okay. My thoughts is they're talking about him playing Thursday. If he wasn't ready this past Sunday, decided not to play him last Sunday. What's 4 or 5 days? So I don't think he's 100%. I don't. Again, I agree. I don't think he should play these 100%. And then if that's the case, I mean, that's the case. They're out of it now, in my opinion. I don't think there's any way they make playoffs. And if they lose another game, for sure they're not. So maybe play the last couple of games of the season. I don't know if he should play at all this season. I don't know. I got mixed emotions because the offensive line is not good. The defense is not good. Yeah, I don't know if he should play. I don't think he should. Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he's going to play Thursday. I think he's 100% healthy. I think he was healthy enough. I think he was healthy enough to play last week, but I think they set him out to get him a few more days of reps in practice, and then they're going to bring him in on Thursday. They technically still have a chance because they play the Ravens twice. I mean, if they can win both those games, they can get right back in the division hunt. I'm not saying they're going to, but they do. But I think if he's 100% healthy, you got to play him. You're paying him a bunch of money, and you kind of owe it to your fan base to play him as well. They're spending all these money on tickets to just have a guy stand there on the sideline and not play if he's healthy. And also Joe Burrow, if he's healthy, he's going to play.
Well,
he's going to be out there. He's going to play like he's a competitor. That's the type of guy he is. So I think he's going to play Thursday night, and they're going to try to get that win against Baltimore, and they're going to try to climb their way back into it.
Okay, Big Lynn.
I'm a Joe Burrow fan, so I would love to see him come out and play. Because the kind of player that he is, flashiness, shit like that. But having him out there is a huge risk with that offensive line. If they had the Colts offensive line, I'd be like, hell yeah, put his ass out there. But obviously that's not the case because their Bengals offensive line sucks. So I think having him out there is a risk. I see why they're trying to do it to stay in it, to keep the fans base interested enough to keep them coming to the games. But I think it's a bad idea all around.
Excuse my language, but every single owner in the NFL says, fuck these fans. They don't care about us.
Oh, I know.
They really don't. They really don't, honestly, because we're going to go see them anyway. We're going to waste money to go see our team anyway, so it doesn't matter who's going to be the quarterback. I guess it's just dumb. Like, he had surgery on his toe not so long ago. Like, I get it. Everybody's probably like, bro, it's a toe injury. But if the man can't stand on the field because of a surgery that he had on his toe, and let alone standing and running around on that foot, what happens if he gets his foot stepped on by an offensive lineman? Because we've seen many quarterbacks get tripped up by their offensive linemen. You're getting stepped on by cleats. You feel that.
That's true.
I'm just saying, don't start him.
Hey, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go, but I know Frankie wanted to address Joe. And
Have a good one, Tony. We'll see you tomorrow, man.
See you guys tomorrow.
The floor is yours, Frankie.
Well, I just want everybody to know firsthand that Glenn just admitted to us that he has a third NFL team. He says he's a Joe Burrow fan, so we now know that he's a Cincinnati Bengal fan.
Nope, I never said that.
So now he likes Cincinnati, he likes Indy, and he likes Dallas. More is going to accumulate, and we'll bring more news to you as we figure out how much more teams he likes. But Joe, I just want to say this quickly, and Jay, I know you're gonna you're gonna have a rebuttal moment and stuff like that, but I want you guys to really don't look at it as a fan standpoint. Look at it as an analyst right now, Jay. All right, don't do it as a fan. Look at it as an analyst.
Don't be pissed off, Jay.
He's gonna get pissed off. Obviously, it's his team. I don't care if he gets pissed off because I do the same thing. I get pissed off, but I want him to look at it real quickly as an analyst rather than looking at it as a fan. Now, he's saying that the Eagles had their whole defense healthy against us. What are we talking about? The Eagles had their defense healthy in the first half, which is why they were up 21-0. Your offense couldn't do nothing in the first half because their defense was healthy. Once that second half started, something switched within the Cowboys. Now, I'm not going to – and I said this to Jay in a group chat. I'm not overlooking the fact that the Cowboys won out of luck or anything like that. No, you guys won because your defense stepped up in that second half really great because the offense of the Eagles couldn't find anything. There was a moment where they were going for a 3-point kick, and I said, watch, this kicker's going to miss the field goal, which he did because when a team is not accumulating together well, everything falls. right? Everything falls. The offense was falling. The extra kick it missed. That's falling. Special teams come out and fumble a punt return. That everything falls together when it's not clicking. And it started when a lot of players, I think it was like 5 or 6 players, once the second half started, 5 or 6 players on the Eagles defense went down one by one. And I don't want to sit here and say that is the main reason, because like I said to Jay, the main reason was because Dallas defense turned it around that second half and stopped the Eagles offense. I mean, Saquon Barkley literally could not run. I think he had under 30 rushing yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
2.2 yards per carry.
Yeah, see, so like your defense turned it around. They stopped the run, and all they had to worry about was stopping the long ball passes. So like your defense stepped up great. That's what won you guys the game. But don't sit here, Joe, and say that you guys played a healthy Eagles defense when you did it in the second half. The first half you might have, because like I said, the Eagles were up 21-0 because that defense was healthy, stopping your offense. Your offense couldn't do anything that first half. But once the players started going down, important players at that, one by one, every like 2-3 minutes, a Eagles defender was going down. That's what was changing the scenario of the game for the Eagles, or for the Cowboys. I apologize, because once those players were going down, Dak was getting the open mans. Dak was getting the touchdown passes. George Pickens was actually getting open and and getting the balls that was getting thrown to him because of the safeties that were getting hurt one by one. The inside linebackers getting hurt one by one. And this ain't no excuse. There ain't no excuse. I'm not saying nothing about it. I'm not even an Eagles fan. I'm seeing from my point of view from when I watched that game. Okay, from when I watched that game, I seen that 5 or 6 Eagle defenders went down one by one in a short amount of time in 2 quarters, to where the Cowboys offense was able to step up and finally get some drives down the field and get some 6 points on the board. Now, where the Eagles messed up was going for a long field goal. They shouldn't have done that. I feel like they shouldn't have gone for a long field goal, especially when your kicker already missed it. We knew he wasn't going to make that. Eagles messed up at the end, or the Cowboys messed up at the end as well, when you got that with the fumble from the punt return. And I told Jay this. I said you should have went for the 3 instead of worrying about the final second drive to go for that game-winning field goal. Because if you would have went for that 3, all you had to worry about was getting the 3 and out, and just having the Eagles run the clock out, because your offense was stepping up against that defense. That's the only thing I say about that game. You guys earned it. I'm not saying you didn't earn it, because your defense stepped up against the offense. It's not the offense that did it. I'm saying it's the defense that got hurt, which is what made Dak Prescott find his mans, and the Cowboys were able to get down the field and get the points. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
I just want to say one quick thing. We won't take too much more time on this, but I did want to say one thing. Here's the thing. I get the part about the defense and the injuries in the second half. I'll give you, even if you want to use that, I'll give that to you. No problem. Here's my point. The fact that we beat them by 4 points, the fact that they couldn't get a point in the third or fourth quarter, that has nothing to do with the injuries on their defense. That has everything to do with I'm saying that has everything to, number one, they couldn't execute in the third or fourth quarter. And number 2, they couldn't score in the third or fourth quarter. That's all about making adjustments. Now, I'm sorry. Everybody, it doesn't matter how you start that damn game. It only matters how you finish it. And if you make the right adjustments at the halftime and they don't make the adjustments at halftime, I'm sorry. That's a win. It doesn't matter about the defense. The fact that they didn't score any, all they had to do was score 1 time or just 2 field goals. And the fact that they couldn't even get 6 points in that second half, come on, man. That has nothing to do with about the injuries. It has nothing to do with the injuries. It has about our defense stepped up and their offense sputtered. And that's the end of it. That's
Hey, Jay.
And this is how I know that you looked at it as a fan point. And
that's not from a fan point.
Because
that's looking at a fan. That's looking at the analytics.
But I said that, Jay. I said I'm not taking this win. I'm not taking this win away from you guys, because you guys earned it, because your defense is what stepped up in the second half. Your defense is what stopped the Eagles. So I said that. But
and here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna leave it this. At the end of the day, that game is behind us now. Now we go on to play the Chiefs. And this is what I'm saying. I don't know about this Cowboys team yet. I'm right there with you, man. And Chris, I'm not saying we're the best team. I'm saying we can match up. I'm not saying we're the best. I think this Chiefs game, though, is paramount. Come Thanksgiving Day on Thursday, which is a couple of days, we're going to find out exactly what this Cowboys team is. We go up against Patrick Mahomes, and we're going to see what we have. And if we can beat the Chiefs, maybe then we start looking at the Cowboys maybe a little bit differently, and we'll see what they can do. Right?
Hey Jay,
Anyway,
I got 4 quick questions for you, Jay.
Yeah.
Can you win the game in the first quarter?
That's a good point.
No. Don't pull that Scheinheimer bullshit locker room foundation shit over here.
Yeah.
We ain't hearing that shit.
No, but I do think the Cowboys have to get off to a better start that first half. Offensively, we have to get established at a much better rate than what we did. That's what it is.
Jerry Jones went from an angry baby face to one of the happiest kids on Christmas Day in that game.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, if your team is getting mollywopped in the first half, wouldn't you?
No, but the look and the emotion he had that entire game, it was like it's a crazy spin around. It's like he's so upset, he's pouting, he's upset. He's like, who the hell am I gonna fire this week? So at the end of the game, he's over there clapping like, yeah, baby, we back, here we come. Listen,
I'll tell you this though. I felt like the win against the Eagles was a signature win for the Cowboys. Like they needed that kind of win, right? Schottenheimer really needed that kind of win, regardless of whatever it is. Now, obviously, the Chiefs. That's just gonna if they can get the win against the Chiefs, that just makes his resume as a first-time head coach a little bit better. But I thought that was a good first win for Schotty, and I'm looking to see where we go from here. I really am. We'll see what happens. I don't really have much left to. Go ahead.
I was on a thing with Bo, right?
Yeah.
Before I remember, I told you I was on a TikTok live with Bo, and he mentioned something with the Cowboys, and I'm trying to remember what he said because he had a good take, and I wanted to bring it to you. I'm trying to remember it. So talk about something. Give me 1 second to think about it. Hold on.
Let's go to. Well, y'all want to talk a little basketball for a minute?
Yeah, let's do basketball.
Hey, I tell you, man. Pistons, I mean, I know OKC right now, record-wise, and really even the fact that they're defending champions and the quality of that team, they're the best team in the league, hands down. OKC best team. But I got to tell you, man, I'm really impressed with this Detroit Pistons. What, they had 13 wins in a row now?
Yeah, I got Cade Cunningham as a high MVP candidate. I was on with Hewley and Hollow Point last night, like I was telling you about earlier, and I have Cade as a high MVP candidate right now.
Gonzo, what do you think, man? What do you think about this Detroit team? I know you're on the East Coast.
They're in their division, so he should know it.
They're good, but I haven't watched any NBA really this season. So
yeah, I haven't really, honestly, either. I haven't, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I had JD legit.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch much NBA till football's over. This time of year, I watch college football and NFL football.
And
that really does take everything else does kind of take a back seat when you're doing that, right?
Nah, you guys are making excuses. Nah, Chris is not watching his team because his team sucks right now.
Wait a minute. I didn't say I wasn't watching the Pacers, but I haven't watched any other NBA game.
He ain't watching it because of the Pacers are sucking right now and Halliburton's out.
And same way as last year. I don't start watching much NBA till NFL's over. I keep track of the Pacers, but I don't watch any of the other teams.
Glenn isn't watching the Pacers because they suck right now.
I've been watching.
He's confused. He doesn't know if he wanted to be a Pacers fan or a Mavericks fan. He's confused. Or probably even a Rockets fan. Who knows? And then Jay, I'm disappointed in you, Jay, because a couple of days ago, you're on the group message. Oh, yeah, Rockets, 5 wins in a row. Now you're saying here live that you barely watched any games yet?
No, I'm not saying I barely watched. I did say that. But primarily though, that's because I haven't had ABC or ESPN. I haven't had much of anything with this YouTube TV. So we just got ESPN back and NBA back or ABC back. So now I'm able to watch some more games, but I have not been able to watch because they haven't been televised here. So I've been kind of just keeping up with it as the live box score on ESPN. I used to be able to stream, but now they made it harder to stream. I don't know how you're streaming because every time I try to stream, they it doesn't. It says you're not allowed to anymore or something.
I live in New York. We do everything illegal up here.
Yeah, same here.
I like to live dangerously.
I got the same thing. Pretty much that Frankie uses, but also the same thing Gonzo uses. So.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing that really has impressed me with the Rockets is, hold on, no, seriously, Because it goes back to last year. Last year we had no 3-point shooting. Chris, you saw it, man. Frankie, you all saw how bad we were at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
But I kept asking myself, why aren't they playing Reed Shepherd? Because they drafted Reed Shepherd specifically to be the 3-point guy.
Because when you guys play Golden State,
him.
because when you guys play Golden State, you was looking like a 7 seed instead of a 2 seed.
I'm telling you, right? No, seriously.
Yes,
seriously.
I know.
And now you look at Reed Shepherd, and Reed Shepherd's averaging damn near 20 points a game, and it's all basically around the 3-point line.
And I think
that was one of the biggest things off of our bench was Reed Shepherd and how they've incorporated him into the team.
And KD's been looking pretty damn good too, man. So
right.
KD ain't doing shit.
Yeah, he's averaging about almost 30 points a game. I'm pretty sure he's doing pretty good.
He ain't doing shit.
You're just mad because he's playing well and you can't talk shit about him.
I
Hey
can
guys,
talk
I'm
shit
gonna
about
jump
him.
off.
How well he playing.
I'm gonna jump off here, but I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow,
Right, hey,
Gonzo.
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
too,
'Cause
man.
you won't be here tomorrow, Jay. That's right.
Yeah, I won't be here tomorrow. But yeah, hey, we're pretty much at the top of the hour, man. Unless you guys got anything else y'all want to talk about.
Nah.
All right, we're gonna get out of here early today because I gotta go finish getting this turkey and everything ready. Speaking of turkeys, hey, check us out on the Whiskey Hour content. I'm put out one video on Facebook, and you can find that in our link description. Just go to our link tree, and pretty much on YouTube. I think it's on our Facebook page. I'm actually smoking a turkey, spatchcock style. So if you want to learn how to smoke a turkey and you think you want to do that, check out our videos. And you can see them all on there. I'm going to do it. I've done it all the way from the preparation all the way to the finished product, including the smoking, everything you need to do, all the ingredients you need to have. Check it out on our videos. Huh? Yeah, it's called spatchcock.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say that Jay's got some good hands because if he almost let that turkey slip off that counter.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't even know, man. Hey, I thought that thing was going to hit Melanie in the forehead.
Yeah. It's a good, especially what ended up on America's Funniest Home
I'm going to tell you
Videos.
right now, if you've never spatchcocked a turkey, it's hard. I mean, I know they make it look easy, but getting that damn spine out is not as easy as it looks, but it can be done. I promise. I did it, so you'll see. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But again, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a great time. And again, if you want to learn how to spatchcock that turkey, man, check out those videos. They're on the ESEN network. Again, check it out on the link tree. The first one's already up. The second one will go up this afternoon, and then the third one will go up this evening, and then the last one will go up tomorrow before noon at some point, I would imagine. And that will give you all the things that you need to know. Hey, it's your boy Jay McLovin. We want to thank Tony, Big Glenn, Frankie C, Chris, Gonzo, all the people that hang out. Joe, appreciate you showing up in the chat, hanging out with us. And until next time, it's your boy. And man, let me not forget Stat Guy. Yeah, man, my bad. Stat Guy, I promise, man, I didn't forget you. I promise. But we appreciate all you guys in there. And check us out tomorrow at 1:00 Central and 2:00 Eastern, right here, same time. Linktree is in the description.